Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And the rumors were pretty strong that teams asked about him in the offseason. But for once, got a pretty firm not available from the Raiders. Now in his 8th season as a Raider, still yet to appear in a playoff game. But last year, really solid numbers again. A third straight 4,000-yard campaign, 27 touchdowns, just 9 interceptions, and the highest analytical rating of his career. Derek Carr is one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me, with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Time to see this wide-open Baltimore offense go to work, and leading them, pretty darn good one, Lamar Jackson out of Louisville.
And 2020 was another excellent season for number 8. Wasn't able to repeat the numbers from his MVP campaign of 2019, but bigger than that, got his elusive first playoff win. And he and the team hope that bodes well for them as they try and move forward in 2021. Let's face it, the numbers were still pretty darn good. 27 touchdown passes, another 1,000 yards on the ground, and 7 scores rushing. This young man continues to be elusive and continues to improve. Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Latavius Murray scoring a touchdown against his former mates. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
And Hunter Renfrow has given them great production for a 5th-round pick. 56 catches last season. And we know he's famous for being 3rd in Renfrow. But I think he's pretty good on 1st and 2nd down, too.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support. And I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
From the 38, Carr. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And Bryan Edwards, the 3rd of 3 high draft picks the Raiders used on receivers last year, if you count Lynn Bowden. They got him in the 3rd round out of South Carolina. A big, strong, physical receiver. They expect more catches like the one we just saw there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. From the gun, it's Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenyon Drake, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right, and this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down now, it's Murray. Murray, strong running. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd down.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On first down, Jacobs trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 10. Carr. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. 7-7, our score after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Ravens ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period, and that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
On first down, Murray. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A shotgun handoff. This is Murray now. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Malik Harrison on the tackle.
But both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
To throw his car. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Quick slant to Brown.
And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
And Marquise Brown is definitely a guy who can take the top off of a defense and make the big catches downfield. Also known as Hollywood. Now in his 3rd season from Oklahoma. Wants to make more catches like the one we just saw there. The routine variety. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Again, it's Murray. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Open man, Watkins. Touchdown, Baltimore. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs, and they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Carr to throw. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, it's Murray. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 74 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Play action. Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a second down run for Murray. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore. Now it's Jackson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was definitely a game.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter, and they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start...
Latavius Murray, he's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Latavius Murray, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards. 6 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads into bigger errors.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Quickly a slant to Renfro. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Raider first down, Carr to Renfro.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 67 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run it with Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 28. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
No tight end had more catches in 2020 than Darren Waller with 107. The 3rd most by a tight end in history. Maybe we should just take the label off and call him an outstanding receiver.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Carr to throw again.
And once more to Ruggs, this time the catch made.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Carr. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offense.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. The Raiders trying on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
They go play action now. Jackson. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson from the shotgun. That's taken in by Duvernay. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
173 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Now Jackson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Now Carr. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Carr now on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the third quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they can of the ground game. 2nd and 4. Again, it's Murray. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage. Yeah,
looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. And that's on the rookie first-round pick, Alex Leatherwood. To throw, it's Carr. Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Carr. Quickly into the hands of Waller. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
But that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep.
And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Carr. A handoff here to Drake.
He'll get 3 up to midfield. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. From midfield, here's Carr.
On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On 1st down, Carr. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Drake. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Carr now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
Malik Harrison
with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Carlson able to put this one through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 more there and another 1st down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A gain of 6 there on first.
4 yards remain for second down.
Jackson now. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. They go play action with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Jackson to Watkins there for a Baltimore first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Tucker's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw again on second down. Carr, flush to his right.
And he will find his man Ruggs.
20!
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs,
68 yards.
and the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
He went all the way into the end zone. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On first down, Murray. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Jackson. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. Throwing is Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly. But that time, it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs, and he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly 1 minute to go in the football game. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Connects with Duvernay. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Throwing, Jackson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Connecting with Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. Jackson to throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, You love these types of games.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw his Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a 1st down. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime, now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Carr now on 1st down. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Oh, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the first. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he got Ravens. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Well, I know it points to this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Las Vegas, they needed overtime to do it, but they get the Week 1 victory thanks to the field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.